Hey everybody on the webinar jam. Welcome to either the live version or the recording. And I just have to apologize because I didn't change the message that I had sent out from last week until just right now. So you probably got an email saying like it's canceled and I didn't feel good. That was all last week and I'm very sorry about that. And thank you for all of your kind emails. I did get those. That was so sweet. I just, not to be TMI, but I do get endometrial cysts every once in a while, and Des was struggling with them last week, so could not even talk on the webinar at all. So we are on live today, and just adjusting this, I'm going to go live on Facebook. As you join, please comment, tell me who you are, and for those of you watching the recording, hello, and I'm really sorry for the misunderstanding this week, but I did switch it, so we should be good for next week. And yeah, I should be good too, health-wise, so doing better. So let me just adjust this right here. It's really close in my face. Okay, I'm noticing that. Okay, that's better. And I'm going to go live on Facebook. And just please let me know. I see there's quite a few of you on that didn't get mixed up with my memo. So go ahead and join there. Hello, Alan. Yeah, thanks. Good to see you. Hey, everybody. This is Danielle. Daniel, I'm live now on Facebook and Webinar Jam. Just saying hi to everybody jumping on. Thanks for watching the recording for those of you as well. So I'm a holistic psychotherapist, have my master's and licensure in clinical social work and doing my doctorate in clinical psychology. So as you're joining me for this recording or as you're joining live, please comment below your name and where you're joining me from. Love to learn and hear more about you guys. So my whole practice, as you guys know, is holistic psychotherapy. So we really look at what affects the brain, how to get the best benefits of just nature with the brain, and also, different environments. So the other day I was thinking about my cute little, I call him my nephew, but it's my friend's little boy. And when I used to watch him when he was little, and I remember he used to love and come on my bed, and he would just sit and bang his head on the wall a few times. I think it was just so funny. And then once in a while he'll bang it really hard and I'll be like, ow, that hurts. And it just made me think of how cute little kids are. They love to explore, even just exploring pain and exploring sensations and tactile. And it's actually good for them, other than if they get a concussion. That's not fun. So as you're joining, what I'm going to do today, for those of you that are watching the recording or live, but please comment and say, who you are, where you're joining from, and also share this. I now have an assistant. So I finally, after, months without one, I have an assistant. I'm so excited to have her, but I'm going to be able to do giveaways a little bit more regularly. So today I am going to do a giveaway. So for those of you who share this into your groups and your feeds, your names will go into the pool and we'll draw a giveaway. It's going to be for a probiotic supplement. So anyway, so good to see all of you that are jumping on for our 2 o'clock 20-minute talk. And today is going to be on the benefits of probiotics for the brain. So again, you'll want to share this real quick with everybody. So what do you guys do? I want to hear from you in the chat box. And again, I'll go back and read over the messages afterwards. But what do you do for probiotics for your children or for kids? I know a lot of things for adults or teenagers, but for children and kids, I'd love to hear what you do, because I know they're picky eaters. And probiotic foods are not necessarily the best tasting, right? So anyway, we'll dive into some of those probiotic foods. But first, I'll go into what are some of the things that affect with bad microbiota, so an overgrowth of bad bacteria in the gut. Bad bacteria is also referred to microflora or microbiota. So an overgrowth of bad bacteria in the gut is actually really affects the brain. It affects the gut-brain axis, the communication, affects the immune system, and they've found that it is affecting kids with autism as well as anxiety and depression and panic. Those are some of the larger disorders that are studied with gut dysbiosis. So gut dysbiosis is an overgrowth of bad microbiota in the gut. So I know I just started, but those of you that are jumping on, if you can, someone could be a commenter and comment, even though watching the recording, it really helps the brain remember when you can visually see it and when you write it. So if you can be a commenter on some of the topics and little tips that I'm going to give you right now. So overgrowth bad bacteria called gut dysbiosis. So I've got my notes right here. And I love to seeing your little hearts coming in. So hello, Deborah. How are you? coconut yogurt and coconut kefir. I would love that recipe. So Deborah says she uses coconut yogurt and coconut kefir. Would love that. If you could post that in here, that'd be fabulous. So microbiota, as we know, is crucial to not only just the immune system, but also our brain health. The gut-brain axis is affected by overgrowth of bad microbiota, which influences neural development. So especially that's why it's so important for kids. And also cognition and behavior. A lot of times we see kids with behavior and the immediate reaction is, okay, maybe they've got a behavior diagnosis and we have to take them in and get medication. It's not true. If you can actually look at some gut health and as well as some diet changes, you can absolutely improve their behavior. So gut microbes, they represent mediators of psychopathology. They affect brain development, neurological function, which also contribute to mental illness, as we know. So hello, oh, I see Tracy just joined. Hello, my little friend. Love you. Let's see, where was I on this? Which community mentioned? Okay, so there is a long history actually of evidence that reports the antibiotic use is linked to having, psychiatric side effects, and mostly that of anxiety and depression. So just as I know antibiotics sometimes are necessary, especially for kids as they get infections and things like that, but just being aware to really replenish the microbiota in the gut after you have used an antibiotic because of what it does to the gut. It can really be harmful. This is all done. This is all research. This isn't just me saying this. From research, they've showed it has psychiatric side effects. So also other things that affect our microbiota, our microflora, like the breaking down of our good microflora that we need, is the sleep patterns, like not getting enough sleep, high fat diets, and high sugar diets. Those things just microbiota just feed on it. And so you definitely want to be careful about about those types of diets. And really the key is to improve your good microbiota, which will help reduce the bad microflora too. Their studies show that probiotics, like especially that of bacteria like from yogurts and kefir and stuff like that, improve the frontal lobe communication. So do you guys know what the frontal lobe does? It's your executive functioning. It's everything. It's your thought process. It's the way you respond to people. It's how you make decisions and organize and things like that. So yeah, hey, good to see you guys joining. Love it. Love as you comment and say who you are too. That's great. Okay, so low-calorie diets, they've showed help improve cognition and neurogenesis. So I just love all these facts. I love brain science, so this is what you guys are getting from me. So brain science is fun, but low-calorie neurogenesis, is the regeneration of brain cells. So something you really do want to do is focus on some maybe low-calorie. I do quite a few days of low-calorie diets. I really focus on just having minimal and giving my body a little bit of a break with a fast and things like that. So what does it say? Erin says, you have patients asking you all the time how to build up their gut after antibiotic use. Yeah, it's a huge, major question. And the thing is there's lots of foods we can do. There's prebiotics, and there's a lot of essential oils that help to prepare the gut and create a friendly environment for probiotics to live in. And so we're going to talk about that. So let's first just talk about probiotic foods. And as I said, any of you guys that do use other probiotic foods, please let us know. It seems like they're very few and far between, but miso soup is one. And I use this. I buy this from South River. It's certified organic. They have excellent miso soup. And I just warm a little bit of this up every day, especially in the winter when it's cold. I'm in San Diego, so it's not that cold. But to me, it's cold, right? Anyway, so I just do a little bit of this and sip on that during the day. It's awesome. Another one, this is kind of weird. You guys are going to be like, that's too gross. And kids won't probably do this. But apple cider vinegar. Hello, Michelle. Apple cider vinegar is a really good one for probiotic. It's a little funky tasting, but I like it. I don't mind it, let's just say. I do just a little tablespoon in a tall glass of water and drink that in the mornings. I really like that. Deborah says her kids like miso soup. Yeah, that's definitely one kids can do, which is nice. It's really hard to find. I have a really good one kids can do. I'll show you guys last, though. It's too fun. Okay, kombucha. So kombuchas are really, there's lots of different brands. I like this brand usually. I just like original, but they've got lots of berry flavors and things like that. But kombucha has probiotics to it. It's obviously fermented. It's made with a SCOBY. So SCOBY, I had to write it down. It means symbiotic culture of bacterial yeasts. So really good. It's a tea that they've used the SCOBY in to create a probiotic environment, which is also like what you see in the bottom of this thing is those good cultural bacteria for you. And then I also like this is a coconut probiotic. And I know somebody asked me, and I looked at the ingredients, and they're really good on the Kavita one. This is my favorite. I think, did you guys see that I posted about this the other day? It's root beer flavor. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, I love root beer. So this is made from, root beer. So I've been in heaven with that drink. It was funny. I lived in Chile, South America for a couple of years when I was like 21, I think it was. And I went down there, and the couple things that they said to me was pretty funny. They said, you Americans like cinnamon candy? And I'm like, cinnamon bears? I'm like, well, yeah, who doesn't like cinnamon? They just think it's the weirdest thing to have cinnamon in candy. I think it's good. I mean, cinnamon rolls, we do all sorts of good stuff with cinnamon. And then they said, and that beer drink that you guys do that's a soda, I'm like, root beer? They can't stand root beer. Most of the, people in South America that I talk to just think root beer is gross and it tastes like medicine. I'm like, what? I love root beer. So I'm also a fan of ginger beer. I don't know if that's probiotic, but well, I guess if it was made with a coconut probiotic, it would be. So anyway, good ideas that you guys can do just on a daily basis with probiotic foods. And then my favorite, and the kids will like, well, I don't know if they'll like all the way, but organic dark chocolate. Did you know that? Dark chocolate is a probiotic. It's also good for serotonin. And what's the difference of dark chocolate versus milk chocolate? It's not addicting. You eat like one little square and you're kind of done. It's, maybe you could do 2 squares, but I try to get as dark as possible. This one right here is 88%. So it's not necessarily kids will love that, but it's really, really good for you. Just like one little square, again, good for, as long as it's, organic and healthy and not like sugary, but good for serotonin and for probiotic. That was one thing I learned today. A couple of things, kefir, which is can be made from like coconuts. It also can be made from goat and water. You can put kefir in water, but goat yogurt is a little bit easier on our system to digest. The goat's milk is. Sauerkraut. Any Germans on here? Love sauerkraut. My mom loves sauerkraut. I don't mind it, but I usually eat it when I eat like a hot dog, which is totally unhealthy. But when you go to football games, that's one of my favorite foods to have. Okay, let's talk about, one more, tempeh. Tempeh is another, it's a fermented probiotic-rich grain. So tempeh is kind of like a substitute people use for meat. So that's another probiotic. So last thing let's talk about is some prebiotic. Microalgae is an ocean-based plant. It's spirulina, blue-green algae. It acts as a prebiotic, so it helps to prepare the gut for the probiotics to create a good environment for them to go in. There's a couple essential oils. Oregano essential oil is really good for creating that prebiotic environment. So it just helps the gut be prepared to receive the probiotics so the probiotics can flourish. On Guard is another one, and this is a blend that doTERRA has made. Again, just great for creating that environment in the gut that probiotics can flourish and not the bad bacteria. Another one I use is this one. It's called GX Assist. I do this about 10 days, about once a quarter. Sometimes I'll do it once a month if I'm needing to, but it's oregano. I'll tell you the ingredients. Oregano, melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, thyme, and caprylic acid. So all these amazing herbs and essential oils from those herbs that help, again, create a friendly environment for replenishing it with a probiotic. So this is really the key here, is taking this regularly. And a probiotic, whatever probiotic you use. I know there's ones for kids. These are the brand that I have. Again, for kids, this one tastes delicious. Any of you who are looking for a good kid probiotic? How many of you guys remember Pixie Sticks when you were little? Yeah, Pixie Sticks are fun. My grandma, we called her Sito because she was Lebanese. And she had always had Pixie Sticks in her little, little accordion cabinet. And every time after we'd get done eating, we'd be like, can we have a pixie stick? And we just like on cocaine right there. We would eat the pixie stick. This has xylitol, so it's a natural from bark is what I believe xylitol is from, and tastes really good. So kids think they're eating pixie sticks with this. In fact, they want, yeah, Danica says she loves the Prebiotics Junior. So good. So PB does not stand for peanut butter. It stands for not Pacific Beach either, which we call it. Stands for probiotic. So again, this is really good for your kiddos. And they're just these little packets. I buy these. I use these. I don't have kids, and I use these for myself. So you just dump them in your mouth like a pixie stick. Super easy. So really good. And then the probiotic. Oh, okay. Sorry, I had a phone call come in on my phone and it like cut the feed. So probiotic supplements, these are really good. This has got, I'm not going to try to say the names because they're all fun, long Greek, whatever names. But this one I really like because it has a, sorry, decline. Okay, keep getting a phone call coming in. It has a double capsule. It's encapsulated, so to protect the probiotic, which is in the green there, so that it can get into the intestines and not get broken down by the, the acid in your stomach. So that's why I really like these. I keep someone's calling like 3 times in a row. They're thinking it's going straight to voicemail, and I'm like, I'm actually pushing you to voicemail. So anyway, kind of fun. So I do this for about 10 days, and I go off of a probiotic. And this creates that environment, like a prebiotic environment, so your body's ready to receive the probiotic, and then you stay on this regularly. So anyway, again, would love to hear your comments, love to see what you guys are doing. And like I said, I'll go back and read your comments, and thanks so much for joining. I just do quick little 20 minutes. And as you share this with your news feeds and things like that, we're putting your name in a drawing to win a free PB Assist, a probiotic. So free, so got another phone call. Free PB Assist for those who share it. I will draw a name out of there, and we will send you guys a PB Assist. So thanks, everybody. Any questions, please go ahead and comment, and I will come back and read them later. But everybody have a rest of your day. Bye.